Where do you draw the line between a cult and a religion? I don't. All religion is a cult. Scale. Religious people are free to interact with people from different religions and to live their lives largely independent of church. People in cults are discouraged from interacting with anybody from outside of their cult, and their goal is nothing short of indoctrination of outsiders they do meet. Their lives are also highly controlled by their belief system. I don't. A cult's spiritual leader is still alive. A religion's spiritual leader is dead. A mythology's spiritual leader was never alive. I don't. If you can leave easily and without harassment or threats, then it's probably not a cult. At Tokyo Umbrella, Scientology. Founder dead. Still a cult. For me, it's the level of control over the flock. Religion is a cult. Wokeism is a cult. MAGA is a cult. It's less a defined line and more a sliding scale. Pretty much any religion has some culty elements. It just depends on how much. Aren't all religions basically cults? I mean, look at Christianity. Or like being Catholic. You believe in some old book with some weird writing from a bunch of people's experiences, with multiple oddities which cannot be explained. And apparently this guy named Jesus just was like born from nowhere, and he had like these 12 followers. Cult. Sounds like it. Called disciples. When the process of achieving good moral faith involves physically injuring others. Religion seeks to guide a person's relationship with a higher power. Cults seek to control a person under the guise of a higher power. Like it's fine for a Christian to question Jesus. But if a Scientologist were to question Xenu, they'd lose everything. Something like a cult is easy to get into but hard to get out of. A religion is hard to get into but easy to get out of. They're the same thing at different scales. It goes. Madman abusive relationship cult religion. A religion is a cult that's old and successful enough to become part of the establishment that it once taught its members to fear and hate. Most cults, of course, don't make it this far. What line? I think it's all about the marketing. A religion has better branding. They're completely separate things. A religion is a belief about spiritual stuff. A cult is an organization that uses social, financial, and emotional manipulation to control people. Sadly, cults often take advantage of religions. But not always. In my opinion, a cult is typically a religion that isn't confident enough to keep their members without some form of manipulation. Like I would consider a religion some place, group that if you leave randomly, people might just wish you have a nice day or say nothing. But a cult would try to keep them or forcibly add strings to them when they go. Not literal strings. Or maybe do something to influence them to come back. But I don't have that much experience with cults. Mostly just various religions. Some religions or groups are chill. Others are not wonderful. It's more of a circle around them that I draw. A cult is literally a religion centered around the veneration of a single individual. Christianity and Islam are, by definition, cults. It's not an either-or situation. This is what is known as a false dichotomy. You can technically leave a religion. Unless it's Scientology. Then you're screwed. Don't even get me started on that mess. If you can walk away without serious consequence. I dislike the distinction between cult and religion you make. A cult is the worship of a god or goddess, whilst a religion are the rules attached to worshipping a god or goddess. Several gods and or goddesses. Or no god, goddess at all. A sect is something like Roman Catholicism or Lutheranism. If they are allowed to wear weird wizard costumes, I would say it's a cult. But religions. Wait a minute. I don't. If you're not restricted from a normal life like having friends outside your religion or eating or Dressing however you want, then it's religion. If you are restricted from that and there is harsh punishment for breaking said restrictions, it's a cult. Religion says, believe and worship this God. Cult says, believe and worship me. Jehovah's Witnesses. Anything more culty is definitely a cult. Anything less culty is probably just a religion that I don't like. Number of followers. Tax-exempt status.